Yeah, 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know, very difficult always to squeeze important albums to this little number,
I
but
know.
let's continue the question of from the top of my head, so I don't
Yeah,
overthink it.
yeah.
Uh, or maybe first I would mention this Finnish band called CMX and their album called Iron.
Okay.
It was released 2003. It's not very well known from the people outside of Finland because it's it's kind of alternative rock, alternative metal. But, that album has been very influential to me. One of my all-time favorite albums. It's melancholic. It has a little bit of industrial elements. It has rocking elements. It has a metal elements, and the lyrics, the whole theme. The album is about evil, concept of
Yeah.
evil. It's very philosophical and mystic and occult lyrics. The whole package appeals to me. That's like first time I listened to the album when I was a teenager, and still it hits me like every time I listen to the album, it feels like a different album. I grow with the album. That's
Mm-hmm.
CMP one for sure.
Okay.
Fantastic album. Maybe there I would say Slipknot, the debut album.
Mm-hmm.
It's because when thinking about the all-time favorite albums, there has to be the albums that stick with you over the time. For instance,
Well,
last years I have listened to very great albums, but I'm not sure yet could I say them to be my all-time favorite albums. So hence I'm mentioning this. Slipknot. I heard the album when it came out. I was like fucking 11 years old or something like that. It hit me then. The aggression, the chaos,
uh-huh.
the aggression, they're all there, and it still comes with me. When I feel this kind of anger, irrational anger and chaos, which is not directed to anything, just this fucking existential anguish, I feel like I need to listen Slipknot's debut album. That's very primitive, very chaotic, and still somehow it stays in the shape. It's
Okay.
that has to be my five. Tom Waits and Rain Dogs. You
Okay.
know, American. Well, I'm sure most of the people know who is Tom Waits,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's, Tom Waits actually. I'm not sure actually why I like Tom Waits' stuff so much, but he as an artist has been very, especially the Rain Dogs album.
Mhm.
It's not the metal, and it's not the rock. Probably it's weird contemporary folk experimental stuff, but it's very raw. It's
Yeah.
very raw. The voice of Tom Waits has been kind of very influential to me over the years, which I probably why I like it is Tom Waits can make the sound, the vocals, to be, but still have a note in them. It's
Yeah.
a very timeless for me. When I found the album, it's same rule goes with these albums. It just for instance today I listened to the album again. It's
Right.
very very primitive and it speaks to my some kind of primordial nature, psyche, subconscious very well, and I just go with it. That has to be my that one.
Okay. And number three. Sorry.
Three,
Not
number three.
easy.
It's not easy because I'm, I'm now I'm now starting to think maybe Tom Waits shouldn't have been in the rank six. But we can go with this from the top of my head kind of thing.
Yeah.
Uh, Dissection Storm of the Light's Bane. That's a Swedish, dissection melodic
Yeah.
death metal. That has to be one of my ultimate. If I had to squeeze into six or at least top 10, it has to be there.
Okay.
It's the whole way how the dissection does the combination of aggression and melancholic, beautiful melodies into very dark and satanic and occult stuff together. That's I could have said also their first album as well, the Somberlane. Oh,
Uh,
even it's a difficult the Rain Cars from
Jules.
the left. They all, but the Storm of the Lightspace. That's a ultimate classic for me. And then I would say the Prodigy, Fat of the Land.
I had a feeling you'd say that. There's a bit of that in your music, isn't there? A little bit, yeah?
I would lie if I deny that because it's yeah, especially the first albums. I think it's quite obvious. There are a couple of tributes to Prodigy there, but the Fat of the Land. That's yeah, I like most of the Prodigy's discography, but the Fat of the Land has it's still very punkish, very raw, you know,
Yeah,
but still kind of like electro. Dance punk was one of the definitions I once read about it, and that's a quite a apt description about it. It's a fucking fantastic. Works in the summer. It works in the Finnish darkness as well, and yeah, that was.
okay. And your last one.
Tool and their album Lateralus. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. Lateralus or something like that. But
Your English is better than mine,
yeah,
mate. Your English pronunciation is really good.
I'm happy to hear. I actually like when Scandinavian people they overpronounce apparently the English, so that's why it's for the most of the interviews can make sense. I think
Yeah,
I've been told this, but anyway, two laterals has to be. Or actually, my number six or number one, you could change them apart probably, but two laterals for the same reasons mostly than with CMX. It's an album that feels like I grow with it. It has so much nuances, so much depth in the lyrics, and also it switches from the atmospheric into the alternative metal rocking parts, and it's still it's like a puzzle I cannot solve. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
now when I mentioned these six ones, I'm thinking like, okay, I should have said Slayer's Raining Blood. I should
yeah.
have said Rob Zombie's Hellbilly Deluxe. I should have said Mayhem's The Mysteries Dom Satanas. Constantly albums come into my mind now. But okay, let's stick with those six now.
That's brilliant. All right. Can you just give me a word to describe King Satan?
Maybe Carnivalesque.
Love it. Can you give us 6 countries you would love to go and play in or tour around the world?
Well, UK, of course.
Yeah,
Back UK, but it would be nice to go play. If I am not answering anything that we have been already been, we have never been in the America. It would be nice to be in the United States.
yeah,
It would be fucking fantastic to play in like South American places like Brazil or maybe
yeah.
Argentina
They'd love you, man. Yeah, they really would. Yeah.
and Japan. Japan would be fantastic. I'm just mentioning things that which are very far from Finland now,
Yeah,
but
it's all right. Got number 2.
uh, Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right, mate. So as it is coming up to Christmas, but you're up Mr. Crowley or Alistair, is there a Christmas song that you would cover or wish you could cover to destroy it?
Uh, Well, in general, it might come as a surprise, but me as a Satanist, I'm not really worshiping Christmas or celebrating Christmas. Uh, for
Um,
me, Christmas is about the winter solstice. But in general, I hate every Christmas song, so I don't know about how to cover any of them. But yeah, I'm gonna pass. I'm not gonna do a cover about
I
Christmas
know,
songs.
I know. That's why I asked. Still, just being cheeky. All right, man. So, how important to you then is it to follow the left-hand path in life?
Well, it is very important because that's my worldview, and I see how my life through these lenses, and well, I have modified all my life to go through this filter, so it is pretty important, I guess.
Do you prefer festivals or small, intimate gigs in a darkened room?
Uh, well, I like very much those small club indoor shows because for music like us, industrial metal with the death metal disco kind of thing, I think the lights, you know, the rave lights, the very flashing lights, they're a very big part of our shows. But also in summers when you play right before the sun goes down, you know, the little bit dark feel, those are very magical as well. But if I had to choose, I would say the clubs.
Okay. You prefer vinyl or digital?
Vinyl.
Sauna or steam room or go into the pub?
Sauna.
Lordy or Wolf Art?
Wolfheart.
Okay, definitely. Lapland as you finish or lap dance?
Can I use both of them?
And the final one is Anton LaVey or Aleister Crowley?
Aleister Crowley.